Welcome back to Mr. Orth's Flipped Classroom for Grammar. Today we're talking about principal parts of a verb. In the sense of principal here, it's principal P-A-L as in important, or stuff that you would need to start with and not want to forget. Another synonym might be essential. Definition: the parts of a verb. These are not to be confused with the verb tense, even though they use some of the same terms like past and present. This is more like the form of the verb that's used to make a verb tense when it has or doesn't have helping verbs. The present form of the verb is a base form. This is the one unchanged. In most other languages, the infinitive is the base form where you add to it. In this case, present, no helping verb, no s on the end, just the base form. Present participle is the ing form of the verb. And we're talking about just that by itself. It can be used in different ways, but just the ing form of the verb. It's present participle. The past, most commonly it's the ed form. It's without a helping verb. Past participle, the form used following a helping verb, such as have. Most often this is the ed or en form. Examples, just to look at, are in the present form, look and break. Present participle is the ing, looking, breaking. Past is looked. Broke, we'll talk about more in lesson 5, irregular ones. Past participle, if you had the word has, then that form would follow, that would be looked. And following the word has, you'd have the word broken. That's the past participle. That's as simple as that. Practice this time is just about labeling, identifying things. So keep it up, and we'll continue with the next one in a moment. Lesson 5 goes along with lesson 4. This is irregular verbs. Couple notes. Irregular verbs are those for which the following is true. The past form isn't simply the d or ed added to the present form. And the past participle isn't necessarily the same as the past form. There are 5 categories or groups of irregular verbs. You don't need to worry about the labels, like which one's group 1 or group 3 or group 4, but you need to know that there's different ways to create the past and the past participle forms of the verb once you know the present. These are some of the following examples. If you look at your packet, you'll also find that there are more examples, and if having more of those is helpful to you, then please go ahead and write them down in your notes so you have more of a complete reference and these make more sense to you. In group 1, these are ones where literally there's no change. The only change is if you add an s to make it agree in the present tense, or if you add ing for the present participle. Notice in all of these, we're not talking about the present participle. That's just the present adding ing. Group 1 is cost. Whether it's cost present tense, cost past tense, or has cost, past participle. There's no such thing as costed. Group 2, the past and the past participle are the same, but they're not the same as the present. If the word is bring, then I brought it or I had brought it. Wouldn't change between the past and past participle. Group 3 and Group 4 are very similar in that they usually the en ending to the past participle. However, the question becomes in group 3, are you adding the n or the en to the past, such as break, broke, and broken, or are you adding it to the present tense in group 4 of drive, drove, and had driven? Group 5 is a very unique set, and you essentially need to know the past participle because you know that the present tense starts with as in or im, the past tense is an or am, and therefore the last one, the past participle, is un. Begin, began, begun, which leads us to some pretty unusual words like swim, swam, and even the word swum. This might take a little bit of looking, and you might have to take more notes than usual in order to have something to reference when you're actually marking this up. Take your time, ask plenty of questions, and hang with it. And of course, good hunting.